Welcome back, folks. People make a difference in their communities in different ways. My next guest has really reached out to the youth in the Houston area. This is Sylvia Bowling, the founder of the Aldine Youth Center, and with her is one of those teens, Michael Bishop. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Now, I think it's fair to say that Aldine is got a reputation for being a pretty rough city.
Yes, it is. But it is just like a lot of other places, and a lot of people think you can move and get away from problems. And Aldine Youth represents a solution. And you might as well stay where you are and bloom where you're planted and make a difference.
So one day you looked out and you had two daughters and there wasn't no place for them to go.
Right. It's a natural thing when kids get a certain age. They want to get out of the home and do something. And that's when I realized, they were about 12 years old, that there was no place for them to go. And I saw the graffiti on the walls, and that's when I really realized someone has to do something. And too often we wait for the government or someone else to come and do it for us.
Right. You have an incredible youth center now with a whole variety of things going on.
Right.
And you take no government money.
No. It is about community empowerment. I feel as a society, we have given all of our power to the government, and then we go back and ask them, may we have some of that back? It doesn't make any sense at all. Aldine Youth is a God-based mission. It is a faith-based mission. God can do all things, and I think we've forgotten that. We look to man to do things. God's given all of us talents. What's wrong with community people coming back, laying those talents on the table, and let everyone partake of what they need?
So that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So you have especially reached out to kids on drugs and in gangs.
Right.
What do you say to a kid that's in a gang?
First of all, you have to validate where they are today. We're so busy trying to make them what we want them to be, and if they're not that, we throw them away right away. You validate. There are kids who don't see their parents. There are kids who really live very hard lives that we can't identify with. So they're not all the same. So you say, I understand, baby, why you are the way you are today. Let me show you. Let me support you into finding something different for yourself.
Okay, Michael, that you met Sylvia at the center?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
and tell me about what you were doing when you met her.
When I met her, I was in gangs, selling drugs. I wasn't smoking drugs or doing drugs. I was doing things that I thought was wrong that I now realize was wrong. I was in fights in school, getting in trouble, being kicked out of school and all this. Things I know that can get me killed, all the things that I was doing. But when I met Miss Bowling and her family, they took me into their family.
You actually took him in to live with you?
Yes, I did. When he was in the 8th grade, I see value. The Lord lets me see value in people, not what's wrong with them. I saw great value in Michael Bishop, even though he was going the wrong way. And so my family, I have 2 beautiful daughters that helped me start Aldine Youth, and a husband that just agreed to get out of the way and let me go ahead and do this and not.
Mama's doing what she's going to do.
And so he's very supportive. So we agreed as a family to bring Michael into our family to really, and my home is no different than anyone else's. We offered unconditional love and limits. And that's all it took.
Now, you're playing football now, and you're thinking about going to college?
Yes, sir.
That's great. What do you want to tell her? Michael needs to tell her something.
I want to thank you, Miss Bowling, for taking me into your family, you and your family, for doing everything you did for me and showing me that life is more about than being in trouble. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
What I like to say is there are a lot of ordinary people. Get up and do what you can do. God gave us the ability. Let's get to work.
Yeah, I mean, you're just beautiful. Okay, when we come back, I'm going to bring back all these extraordinary people because I have a surprise for one of them. Welcome back, folks. As you can see, I've given our audience a Bradshaw kind of gift. Everybody's got a Bradshaw difference t-shirt on. Thank you for showing that off. Thank you for showing that off. And you had a question.
I wanted to ask Rochelle if she's going to be in the next Olympics.
Well, right now, I haven't thought about it because all I can think about is eating cake, ice cream, and cookies.
Oh, boy. That sounds great. Now, I want to introduce Tom Flanagan, who is the director of Life Flight, and I think you have an award that you're going to give today.
Yes, I do. This is an award that's being given to Bobby Wisdom, our helicopter pilot, and it's an award from the National EMS Pilots Association. It's for the 1996 EMS Pilot of the Year Award.
All right. You want to go ahead and give it to him? All right, Bobby.
Thank you.
Great. Great. Thank you, Tom. Thank you. You certainly are deserving of that, Bobby. I noticed at the break that this guy has something he wants to say.
Thank you. Back in '93, one of your crew transported me from Humble to Herman, and you made a difference.
That's right. That's right. Thanks for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. Who has it? You had a question?
I just wanted to tell the lady in red that I think it's great what she's doing with the Aldine youth, and I'd like to know, are you planning to do anything with youth outside of the Aldine area?
I hope that the program we're creating will be a seed that will be planted in all communities, should have their own organization and tailor-make it to their needs. So I am willing to help anyone who has a desire.
Couple of the other things that you're doing, Sylvia, I'm just amazed at the extent of what you're doing in that youth center.
We do educational, vocational, social, recreational. We teach compassion through service projects. We found out you can't just work with youth and put them back in a sick community. So you have to work with everyone in order to make changes that really last.
And the thing that I think is so fantastic, and we've seen this many times on this program now, you were a housewife. I don't say that in any put-down way. You saw a need for your children. You started this by yourself.
I'm a speech pathologist, and I put my profession aside. I retired from teaching after doing this for a few years. I had to. The Lord said that this is my mission in life, and I am to use my talents to that, and He will take care of the rest of my life, and that's what we do.
That's incredible.
Hi, I'm an educator in Houston, and my question is for Linda. How would we get children involved writing letters, class letters?
Oh, I need a lot of help, and I'm grateful to have the classes. I will take any letter that they will write. I do ask that they maintain some guidelines that we offer, and if you would call our office, we'll send the guidelines out to you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Excuse me. Stand up, please.
Hi, I would like to ask Nicholas how his life has changed since his great heroic event in his life.
It's like changed because, well, it kind of has, but it kind of hasn't. I'm now used to getting a lot of congratulations, awards, certificates, and stuff like that. But, you know, between me, Brian, and Ryan, it's just like the same as it always was.
You're the same guy you always were. You know, that's what I am so impressed about, that greatness is about ordinary people with extraordinary commitment. And I think we all need to hear that it's not about, because people fantasize that they don't have what someone else has. And if we're human, we've got it. We just have to be willing to reach out and have to be willing to work at it, have to be willing to do something about it. So I want to thank you all very, very much today. You are, to me, the highest specimens of our human nature, and they're the kind of things that all of us need to see in terms of the way you inspire. And I want to offer you my total congratulations for all you're doing to make this a better world to live in. So thank you so much. And when we come back, I'll have some final thoughts for today. You know, every day we're saddened by the news of brutal violence, child abuse, robbery, murder, rape, terrorism. I hope that you agree that we all need to see and hear the extraordinary deeds of the people on my show today. I am personally sick of watching and hearing the bad news and watching the voyeuristic freak shows that have become common talk show fare. I'm inspired with hope by our guests, and I want to thank each of them for their heroic actions. They all belong to my Ordinary People's Hall of Fame. I hope you'll be inspired to do something, no matter how small, that will make our world a better place. Remember that greatness is simply about ordinary people with an extraordinary commitment to help others. You have that greatness in you. These are my thoughts for today. We'll see you on the next Bradshaw Difference.